The radiance of the sun shone down on the Robert L. Bradshaw International Airport at midday on September 23, 2015. A guard of honor took its place, and the dignitaries from the federal government of St. Kitts and Nevis assembled to welcome the President of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, His Excellency Nicolás Maduro Moros. When the plane landed, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris, and President Maduro then took the royal salute from the honor guard and proceeded to inspect the troops. Prime Minister Harris said it was an honor to host the foreign head of state, particularly as the Federation celebrates its 32nd anniversary of independence.
Mr. President, your visit here highlights a major strategic approach of my government's foreign policy outlook of boosting relations with our friends with whom we share a long history of friendship while simultaneously forging new alliances. Since the early 1980s, St. Kitts, Nevis, and Venezuela established diplomatic relationships. And since way back then, the relationship has strengthened. Of course, across the wide areas of cooperation, por ejemplo, in health, educación, energía, transportación, agricultura y la construcción de casas.
Compañero Timothy Harris, venimos con el mayor interés de consolidar el camino de cooperación, de hermandad y de solidaridad profunda que hemos construido estos años.
Even further the links and the bonds of cooperation, solidarity, and sister and brotherhood between our nations.
Una nueva diplomacia necesita nuestro mundo para
We
tener
need a new diplomacy for this world. A diplomacy based on peace, on respect, on the common development of the people.
After holding bilateral discussions at the airport with Prime Minister Harris, the visiting head of state then traveled to South Independence Square Street to the Secretariat of the Sugar Workers Restoration Fund, where a group of former sugar workers had assembled. The Venezuelan government provided EC $16 million to the St. Kitts and Nevis government to benefit the former sugar workers who may have not received or been sufficiently compensated after the closure of the sugar industry in 2005. President Maduro personally presented checks to former sugar workers Samuel Wilson and Vivian Hope. Much of the assistance from Venezuela is facilitated through the Petrocaribe initiative launched in 2005 by the then President Hugo Chavez. The agreement allows for oil and related products from the Latin American country to be purchased on conditions of preferential payment.
Y Petrocaribe ha sido en los primeros 10 años
And Petrocaribe over the last 10 years has been the bulwark of the balanced energy, economy, and social possibilities in this vast region of the Western Hemisphere.
But there is also a social component to it. At the ceremony, a memorandum of understanding was signed by the respective foreign ministers of the two countries. It paves the way for bilateral relations in a number of areas, including housing, infrastructure, law and order, education and training, agriculture, energy, technical assistance, and health. Under health, it is expected that locals with various eye impairments will be able to access specialist medical treatment from Venezuela through the Miracle Mission program.
We have done a lot, but as I said to my brother Timothy Harris, there's still a lot to do in the future. And it is undeniable that without Petrocaribe, today this region might be facing the terrible situation, the painful situation that today is going through in Africa, in the Middle East, and in other areas of the world. That is why we need to strengthen this path, premised on solidarity, unity, and shared development for our people. I'm certain, totally certain, Brother Timothy, that this path that we have taken in Latin America and the Caribbean, this path that we have undertaken in the 21st century will this time, for sure, lead us to equality, and especially, as Simon Bolivar said, to the true happiness of our people.
Venezuela can count
Venezuela puede contar
on the strong support of St. Kitts and Nevis
con el apoyo fuerte de San Cristóbal y Nieves,
unconditionally,
de manera incondicional,
in good times
en los tiempos buenos
and bad
y
times.
en los tiempos malos.
We will be
Nosotros seremos
a friend of Venezuela.
amigos de Venezuela.
I want to end
Y siempre, por
by
siempre,
thanking the hundreds of you who have gathered today,
voy a agradecerles a todos los que se reunieron hoy en este día,
and in particular I thank all the students,
y particularmente a todos los estudiantes,
the future of St. Kitts and Nevis,
que son el futuro de San Cristóbal y
coming
Nieves.
out today
Por haber venido aquí, se les agradece.
and to give El Presidente
Y queremos darle al presidente
such a warm and loving welcome.
esta bienvenida tan calurosa de parte de nuestros niños.
To God be the glory.
A Él sea la gloria,
To God be the glory.
al Señor sea la gloria,
Viva el Presidente de
y
Venezuela.
viva el presidente de Venezuela.
Viva el Presidente Maduro.
Que viva el presidente Maduro.
Gracias y bienvenido a mi país, el Presidente.